Good morning. Thanks for joining us on The Press. I am ANIRE BINITIE. It is always wonderful to be here with you on Tuesdays and, of course, on other days where I need to be here to ensure that, we discuss issues that concerns us as a people. As Nigerians, it is necessary for us to keep talking about issues as they pop up, try to find solution to them. We analyze the front pages on this show to keep Nigerians abreast of happenings all over the nation, and when we have the opportunity, we bring foreign stories, right here on the show. Today promises to be interesting as usual, like we do it from Monday to Friday on this station. This is where you get the analysis as much as possible. We bring in-depth discussions as we bring guests all over to ensure that we keep the matter going. We'll start with the weather report, then we'll move on to the front page of the papers, and of course, we'll take a break. We'll bring in our guests to discuss, whatever we have to talk about on the days that we have to talk about them. And today is going to be interesting because we're talking about something that happened yesterday, something that got not just Nigerians' attention, but of course the international community. The whole world was watching yesterday as certain events took place, and that if you have a hint of what I'm saying, then you need to be part of the discussion. I'm not going to let the cat, the mouse, the mice, the horse, or anything out of the bags right now, because I want you to stick with us on the show from start to finish. All right, that's the way it is today. Let us begin the show, and of course it is the weather. Before we begin at all, I've not even seen the prediction for Abuja today, but I'm glad to let you know that it was sunny. All right, it was sunny. The days that it rains heavily, I bring you the details right here, but today it was smooth and sunny. I actually left my home with my sunshades. I was looking very hot when I left home this morning, I tell you. All right, let us start now with the weather report this morning. I beg your pardon. And as usual, when we have it, we'll start with Edo State. Let us start with Edo this morning. Edo is going to be partly cloudy in Edo, which is expected around 11 a.m. Wind gusts are up to 5 miles per hour. Edo started at 76 degrees Celsius. By 8 a.m. it became 77. Right about now in Edo State, it is 80 degrees Celsius. By 10 a.m. is expected to rise to 82 degrees Celsius. I don't know if these are real, but that's exactly what I have right here. You better believe it. By 11 a.m., it's expected to be 85, and by 12 p.m., 87. You can see the sun peeking out of the clouds there. Mostly cloudy conditions. Highs are at 89 and lows at 73. This is something I have not seen in a long while, if you ask me. It's been very hot in Abuja in recent times, so I can imagine how Edo State will be with this type of a reading that we have. All right, let us move away from Edo now to Delta. We have Delta this morning. Delta is going partly cloudy conditions expected around 9 a.m., which is about now, with wind gusts up to 3 miles per hour. Delta started at 77 degrees. About now it is 80 degrees in Delta. By 10 a.m. is expected to rise to 84 degrees. By 11, 86 degrees, and by 12, 87 degrees. Delta is going to be mostly cloudy with highs at 90 and lows at 73 degrees. So that is Delta. Up next is Bayelsa. Let us take a look at Bayelsa this morning. Mostly cloudy. Bayelsa is going to be mostly cloudy today with highs at 90 degrees Celsius and lows at 73. The weather definitely is changing. Partly cloudy conditions expected around 10 a.m. Wind gusts are up to 3 miles per hour. Right now in Bayelsa State, it is 80 degrees Celsius. By 10 a.m. is expected to rise to 83 degrees Celsius. You can see the sun peeking out of the clouds right there. Same representation for 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. at 86 degrees Celsius and 87 degrees Celsius respectively. Like I said earlier, highs at 90 degrees and lows at 73. Away from Bayelsa, let us go to Enugu. Or Rivers. Let us take Rivers. We have Rivers this morning. Let us take a look at Rivers State. Rivers, not Bayelsa. Let us graduate gradually. Rivers this morning is mostly cloudy. Partly cloudy conditions expected around 10 a.m. Wind gusts up to 4 miles per hour. It is 80 degrees Celsius in Rivers right about now. By 10 a.m. is expected to rise to 83 degrees Celsius. By 11 a.m., 85 degrees Celsius. And by 12 p.m., 86 degrees Celsius. Partly cloudy conditions expected around 10 a.m., like I said, with highs at 89 degrees and lows at 74 degrees Celsius. Okay. Let us move on now. Let us move on to Enugu. Up next is Enugu. Let us take a look at Enugu. We have Enugu this morning. Yes, there you have it. Partly cloudy conditions expected around 1 p.m. Wind gusts are up to 5 miles per hour. It is 79 degrees Celsius in Enugu this morning. By 10 a.m. is expected to rise to 82 degrees Celsius. By 11 a.m., 84 degrees Celsius. And by 12 p.m., 86 degrees Celsius. I can assure you it's going to keep on moving in that trajectory as we expect the weather to rise and just go on and on. But, you know, you never can tell. Probably the rains will come much later, but the readings we have or predictions we have for the first part of the day is what we're bringing to you right now. Now, highs at 89 degrees Celsius and lows at 73 degrees Celsius for Enugu State today. Up next is Imo. We have Imo this morning. Let us take a look at Imo away from Enugu State. Partly cloudy conditions expected around 12 p.m. Wind gusts are up to 4 miles per hour. Highs at 89 degrees Celsius and lows at 73 degrees Celsius. It is 79 degrees Celsius in Enugu right now. By 10 a.m. is expected to rise to 82 degrees Celsius. By 11 a.m., 84 degrees Celsius. And by 12 p.m., 86 degrees Celsius. In fact, I don't know how to react to these weather readings today. You know, it's been a long time we've seen anything like this. The weather is changing. We're moving gradually towards the dry season as the rains begin to recede gradually, and the heat is coming on, and the sun, oh my God, the sun is shining like there's never shone before. Sometimes you feel there's someone just standing with a fan and just tuning it on and off, just like the way NEPA, you know, treat Nigerians. That's the way we feel. There's just someone there in the sun and NEPA who tunes it on and off just to feel happy. Okay, enough of that this morning. Let us go straight on now to Lagos. Lagos this morning, we have the weather forecast for Lagos. Partly cloudy conditions expected around 12 p.m. Wind gusts are up to 5 miles per hour in Lagos. Right about now, it is 82 degrees Celsius in Lagos right now. It is 82 degrees Celsius. You can see the sun, no cloud to hinder it, just shining. 82 degrees Celsius. By 10 a.m. is expected to rise to 85 degrees Celsius. By 11 a.m., 87 degrees Celsius, and by 12 p.m. 88 degrees Celsius for Lagos. Highs at 90 degrees Celsius and lows at 76. Away from Lagos, let us come now to Abuja, my present city. Abuja, like I told you, the sun came out as early as I could blink. Sunny conditions expected, or like I said, 8 a.m. It started even earlier than that. Wind gusts are up to 3 miles per hour. Right now in Abuja, it is 79 degrees Celsius. It's expected to rise to 82 by 10 a.m. By 11 a.m., 85 degrees, and by 12 p.m., 87 degrees Celsius. Highs at 90 degrees Celsius and lows at 71. All right, away from Abuja, let us move on to Kanu. Kanu never disappoints. Woo, can you see that? Kanu never disappoints, my city. Sunny conditions will continue all day. Wind gusts are up to 11 miles per hour. It is 79 degrees right now in Kanu. Right about now, 9 a.m. and climbing. By 10 a.m., it's expected to rise to 85 degrees Celsius, and by 11 a.m., 90 degrees Celsius, and by 12 p.m., 93 degrees Celsius. Highs at 96 degrees and lows at 67. Kaduna is up next. Let us take a look at Kaduna. Sunny conditions will continue all day in Kaduna. The highest feels like temperature will be 93 degrees around 2 p.m. Right about now, it is 78 degrees Celsius in Kaduna. By 10 a.m., 82 degrees Celsius, 11 a.m., 85 degrees Celsius, and by 12 p.m., 87. No clouds at all. The sun just breathing down the necks of my people. Ooh, it's going to be really hot. I can imagine, how it's going to be in Kano, Kaduna today. Highs for Kaduna are 91 degrees Celsius and lows at 69 degrees Celsius. We're not done. We have Plateau State this morning. We have Plateau. Should we take Plateau before Benue? Okay. Let us say Plateau State. We have Plateau State this morning. Plateau, partly cloudy conditions expected around 2 p.m. The highest feels like temperature will be 83 degrees around 4 p.m. No, around 2 p.m. But cloudy conditions are expected around 1 p.m. Highs at 84 degrees Celsius and lows at 63. It's 74 degrees Celsius in Plateau right now. By 10 a.m. is expected to rise to 78 degrees Celsius. By 11 a.m., 81 degrees Celsius, and by 12 p.m., 83 degrees Celsius. All right, that has been Benue, which is our last weather forecast report for today. In Benue, partly cloudy conditions are expected around now, 9 a.m. Wind gusts are up to 8 miles per hour. By 9 a.m. right now, it is 81 degrees Celsius. By 10 a.m. is expected to rise to 85 degrees Celsius. By 11 a.m., 87 degrees Celsius. And by 12 p.m., 90 degrees Celsius. Mostly cloudy with highs at 93 degrees and lows at 75. All right, that is our weather report for this morning. For today on the show, let us quickly move on now to what the papers are saying. Our front page this morning, we have quite a number of papers. We shall be starting with The Punch. The Punch newspaper this morning is more or less what we shall be talking about on the show, the aftermath of events at the Free Nnamidi Kanu rally. It says, Free Nnamidi Kanu protest wave hits Abuja, paralyzes Southeast states. Abuja protesters tear-gassed, Villa fortified, federal workers barred, Southeast locked down. Above the mast, ADC warns against political witch hunt in coup probe, page 7. Beside the mast, Labour gives federal government 4 weeks to end varsity crisis. That's on page 2. Still on The Punch, we have a pictorial of the protesters right there. You can see the gridlock. Ooh, it was really tough in some parts of Abuja yesterday. Below the pictorial, National Assembly mourns Army commander, soldiers killed by Borno terrorist, page 3. Arraignment of Obi of Lagos, others stalled, page 4. Oshinubi honored by family, clergy, media giants at 70th birthday Thanksgiving. All right, let us move on now to the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Nnamidi Kanu, Abuja grounded as security men tear gas protesters. We have like a million. We have like a million follow-up on that. I'll just take the screaming headlines. You can have more read on page 5. So can I take 1 or 2 riders? It says residents angry, workers stranded. Police barricade roads, Aston Villa under tight security amid protest. Police arrest Kanu's lawyer brother. NUJ condemns assault, arrest of journalist, demand replacement of damaged tools. Force headquarters defense use of tear gas to disperse protesters. Sanction Ejima call for role in protest. DSS custody to die. I'm jumping something. Keeping Kanu in DSS custody to die of his illness in Yemen. Rwanda tells federal government. Allied, more above the mast, don't use coup plot to silence opposition. ADC warns federal government. While shielding no ally, EFCC recovered 500 billion naira in 2 years. Tinubu Mami falls usage of Warri Kingdom by non-Ishikari monarchs. And as it gives federal government 4 weeks to resolve education sector crisis, says no pay, no work as ASU, SANU, NASU, others unite for action. Unite to defeat the evil, APC has become Larekmo Hashim tells Nigerians. Okoye remains, then says numero uno goalkeeper, says coach, that's on football. All right, we have more papers. Let me take a last story on the front page of the Vanguard. Nigeria's net domestic credit drops by 12.8% to 98.87 trillion naira. Page 19. That's on the economy. Okay, let us move on now. The next paper is The Guardian. The Guardian newspaper this morning says free Nnamidi Kanu. Hashtag free Nnamidi Kanu. KSS police disperse Abuja protesters. South is shut down for Kanu. Page 6. You still have the pictorial right there on the front page of events as they unfolded yesterday. Hashtag NSAS police reforms linger as Nigerians demand justice 5 years after. Yes, indeed, the NSAS brings a lot of memories. I remember that day in Lagos, it was like the world was coming to an end. I was actually at the office. I slept at the office, the Lagos office, KAFTAN Lagos office. That particular day, we were at the window. We didn't know what was going on. We had reports coming in. It was really scary. That event, has generated a lot of controversy. Controversies that started, Nigerians being told that nothing happened during the NTAS. And years later, stories continue to change. And yes, Nigerians still demand answers to the questions been asked, and of course justice to those who deserve it. Again, the protest yesterday was a reminder of what happened. It came up, and these are part of our history as Nigerians, and we can't stop talking about them. Okay, we have more on the Guardian newspaper. Nigeria under sustained attack from foreign propaganda, says federal government. Sustain momentum, Tinubu tells judges as EFCC nets 500 billion naira, convicts 7,000. Page 5. Unions NIMET workers vow aviation sector shut down today over poor wages. Nigeria needs a new constitution, not amendment, Nnamidi Kanu tells a National Assembly. I don't know if you agree with Nnamidi Kanu, but as a Nigerian, I think I totally agree with him. Nigeria indeed needs a new constitution. There needs to be, it is necessary for everyone to sit down, take a look at the old constitution, amended 1999, and, bring changes, especially with events happening in the nation. There's a need for Nigerians not to shy away, especially those who are responsible for situations like this, not to shy away for the call for a look at the constitution. It will write additions, corrections to certain points that haven't really worked for us as a people. There needs to be change, and I think the Constitution more or less will be one of the places to start from, taken from Olanipeku's, request that Nigeria needs a new constitution, not amendment. When we talk about amendment, what comes to mind is a torn, very old material. You want to walk on it and bring in a new patch of cloth to amend it. You can actually see the difference. So it's necessary that we sit down as Nigerians and really think the direction that we want in terms of a new constitution and where the nation is going. Let's move away now to another paper. Let us take a look at the blueprint. The blueprint this morning, the blueprint says external existential threats want to weaken Nigeria's unity. I take that again. External existential threats want to weaken Nigeria's unity, says the federal government. Claim of genocide against Christian falls. Idris wants narrative countered by communication experts. Kanu returns as police disperse protesters in Abuja, one arrested in Lagos. Above that story, 2026 Hajj, NACAN inaugurates Aviation Monitoring Committee. Just signed a letter to INEC at 101st NEC, PDP falls Anyang. Still on the front page of the blueprint, KIC NGX Premium Index outperforms market with 53.86% returns in 2025. And in sports, Super Eagles cancel Venezuela Colombia friendlies. I wonder why. You want to find out, then get a copy. All right, let us move on now to the Liberty. Voice of Liberty this morning. Ramalan felicitates Gowon at 91, Kwankwanso at 69. Extols both as patriotic, visionary leaders dedicated to national unity development. We are surely no ally to go on FCC. Still on the Voice of Liberty, Nigeria ranked 115th in 2025 Global Hunger Index report. That's huge. Those peddling Christian genocide claims are after Nigeria's Unity Information Minister. Okay, Daily Trust is up next. Daily Trust has the scribbling headlines: Nnamidi Kanu protest disrupts Abuja. Above that story, road crashes killed 3,433 persons in 9-month FRSC. That's huge. NLC to government, resolve issues with ASU, others in 4 weeks. Convention, Anyang willingly signed all documents, PDP. All right, let us take a look at the Daily Monitor. The Daily Monitor this morning, ADC to federal government, clarify alleged coup plot, address Nigerians transparently. All right, let us move on now to the leadership. The leadership this morning has the pictorial of our First Lady looking so elegant. Says Senator Oluwani Tinubu, CON, Person of the Year 2025. Nnamidi Kanu groups flee crackdown on protesters in Lagos, Abuja, others. Speed up trial of high-profile corruption cases, Tinubu tells judges. Page 44. Up next is the Nigerian Tribune. The Nigerian Tribune says NLC, other varsity unions gave federal government 4 weeks to resolve ASU crisis. For Nnamidi Kanu, security operatives fired tear gas, dispersed protesters in Abuja. Stop ongoing process on amendment to 1999 Constitution, Olanipekun tells a National Assembly. Alleged forgery, PDP dismisses Anyang's claim, welcomes investigation by DSS police. Let's move on now to the Matrix. The Matrix this morning. Federal government ASU face-off worsens. NLC education unions issue 4-week ultimatum to federal government over unmet demands. Those who cause crisis should bear the consequences, are dire. Tragedy averted as Nkechi Blessing survives another ceiling collapse in Lekki home. Entertainment news, but not so entertaining. Well, we're happy for her. No more temporary licenses as FISC launches contactless capture system. Alright, we have one more paper, Peak newspaper. We've never, used this before, but the pictorial is screaming police clash with free Nnamidi Kanu now protesters. Police clash with free Nnamidi Kanu now protesters in Abuja. Boko Haram ambush kills army commander, 8 others in Borno. Account for missing 18.6 billion naira National Assembly project funds, Serap tells Akpabio Abbas. Account for missing 18.6 billion naira National Assembly project funds, Serap tells Akpabio Abbas. Southeast News Nigeria doesn't support Biafra, Governor Soludo. All right, that's all we can take on our front pages this morning. We shall be taking a look at the aftermath of the protest yesterday. The tear gas, the live bullets as alleged. Of course, we need to analyze what happened yesterday and make sense of it and see where we go from there. We'll take a break to bring in our guest, and when we return, the conversation. Stay with us.
In a world where information is vital to every individual, a platform where technology is a medium to pass information, you can always catch up on all information written in the newspapers, even without having one. Join us on The Press.
Reaching you live from the Abuja studios.
On The Punch for this morning. The Blueprint newspaper, Nigerian Tribune this morning.
As we give you information and opinions about current events and topical issues on politics, business, sports, entertainment, weather forecasts, and lots more in the local city, across all states, and across all countries. Showing daily on Startimes, channel 124, 9 a.m. West African time, only on KAFTAN TV. Stay connected with us.
That he said it is a reason why I will not do it.
I pursue the federal government to pay us our damages.
YouTube, KAFTAN TV.
A very tricky one. And then the bottom line is this.
Website, www.kaftan.tv.
Point is, the youth must come together. The pendulum can swing in your favor.
Instagram, KAFTAN_TV. KAFTAN TV. Imagine a beautiful world. In a world where information is vital to every individual, a platform where technology is a medium to pass information, you can always catch up on all information written in the newspapers, even without having one. Join us on The Press.
Reaching you live from the Abuja studios.
On The Punch for this morning. The Blueprint newspaper, Nigerian Tribune this morning.
As we give you information and opinions about current events and topical issues on politics, business, sports, entertainment, weather forecasts, and lots more in the local city, across all states, and across all countries. Showing daily on Startimes, channel 124, 9 a.m. West African time, only on KAFTAN TV. Stay connected with us.
That he said it is a reason why I will not do it.
I pursue.
In the beginning, God created a beautiful world.
3, 2, 1. Action.
And that's why, at KAFTAN Television,
we imagine a beautiful world.
We are not just bragging.
we blaze the trail in broadcasting. And it is about you.
At KAFTAN TV, broadcasting is not just about information, education, and entertainment.
It's an aggregation of all you need to know in Nigeria
and around the world to create signal.
At KAFTAN Television, we have all it takes to be on top in broadcasting.
Our mission is simple: to project Africa in a truthful yet positive manner.
Wait, we're coming to you in style.
Here we are, starting from September.
Look at what the facts are.
And as you say on KAFTAN TV, imagine a beautiful world.
Yes, welcome back. Glad to know that you're still there, and I'm happy to let you know also that I have one of my guests in the studio will make do. Is a known face, a friend. I'm going to do the introduction later, but first let me remind you what we're talking about this morning. Free Nnamidi Kanu rally, tear gas, live bullets, analysis of events. A lot happened yesterday in some parts of the nation, you know, when the rally started in the morning on Monday, the 20th of this month, which was yesterday. So today we shall be taking a look at, you know, try to analyze events that happened. Unfortunately, we don't have two guests, so we have those who say yes and those who say no, but I'm going to make do with what I have, like I told you. Now, let us take a look at the man Kanu. Now, Kanu's case, you know, has been a major flashpoint in the secessionist agitation in southeast Nigeria, where the Igbo ethnic group alleged marginalization by the Nigerian government. Nnamidi Kanu, whose British citizenship has been in and out of detention since 2015, when he was first arrested and charged with terrorism and treason. The Nigerian court recently ordered him to face a trial after striking out his request to be freed on the basis that the Nigerian government has no case to prove against him. Recall former presidential candidate and activist Moyele Sowore convened a rally to free Nnamidi Kanu in demonstration for the release of a separatist leader in Nigeria's capital city, which turned violent on Monday as police fired tear gas and arrested dozens of protesters as well as journalists. Not only was did we have a journalist arrested, but of course the report reaching us says that Kanu's brother was arrested, so was Ejimako, his lawyer, who also was arrested. To help us discuss these issues or analyze these events this morning is my friend SALIHU DANTATA, is a social affairs analyst, a seasoned journalist, equal rights advocate, a great Nigerian. It's so nice to have you this morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
I appreciate you, you know, for responding to my call to discuss these issues.
Thank you for nation building poster too. One day maybe we'll take you to information ministry.
Seriously, I'm going to hold you to that. You know, I'm going to hold you. I'm going to hold you to that. So we're taking a look at these issues. Nigeria was very hot yesterday with the rallies that took place, especially the one in Abuja. Sowore actually alleged that live bullets were used aside tear gas. Of course, I did let our viewers know, those who didn't read or who haven't read the story, who haven't watched it on TV, that a lot of people were arrested. In fact, the papers this morning says 8 people police arraigned 8 arrested for free Kanu protesters. People were arrested and some have already been arraigned. That's how serious the situation yesterday was, not just in Abuja, in Lagos, of course in the southeastern part of the nation. Before we start our discussion proper this morning, let us give you some sound insights of some of the things that happened. We're able to put together this visual so you understand the gravity of what we're about to discuss this morning. Take it away.
See that Nnamidi Kanu is free. And we started as early as 7 a.m. But this is customary with our security forces. They attacked us unprovoked. And we decided that we will relocate to other parts of the city. And we are in Utako, and we will go around the city today until the city is shut down. Or they free Nnamidi Kanu. Instead of using the soldiers and our police to fight terrorism, at Sabisa, in Zamfara, Katsina, in Benue, in Plateau, and other places, they are using them on defenseless protesters. Please, you are aware that we chose today as Nnamidi Kanu now rally. But we also must tell Nigerians that today is one of the darkest days in the history of Nigeria. NSAS protest 2020. It's 5 years today. So we are going to take a minute silence. A minute silence to recognize the heroes who were killed at the Yaki Toge for NSAS. Can you take a minute silence?
Silence! Silence, please. Take off your caps.
May their souls continue to pursue their oppressors.
Amen!
Free Nnamidi Kanu now.
Free Nnamidi Kanu now.
It's not a tribal issue. It is not a religious issue. It is not a sentimental issue. It's a social justice issue for us.
Globally.
We are not here as Igbos or Yorubas or Hausas. In fact, if you look around very well, there are a lot of Igbos, there are a lot of Hausas and Yorubas. All united to ensure that our brother is brought back home. That they should end the sham trial that is going on at the Federal High Court. If they don't do that, they will get more. And they know that a lot of Nigerians are sitting with anger. It's not about Nnamidi Kanu alone. There's hunger, there's starvation in this country. There's political oppression. There's a lot of corruption going on under the Tinubu. So very soon, this crowd you see will be bigger than that of the past. Let the people be moving. Free Nnamidi Kanu now.
Free Nnamidi Kanu now.
Free Nnamidi Kanu now.
Free Nnamidi Kanu now. What are we asking?
A few words.
Free Nnamidi Kanu now.
Yes, welcome back. Those were the visuals from yesterday's rally right here in Abuja. And there you saw the convener, Omoyele Sowore, as he lets Nigerians know just the way he feels. He convened the rally, and of course, that is what we're discussing this morning as we take a look at events yesterday as we try to analyze what happened. My guest, Salihu DANTATA, is still right here with me as we begin. So, comrade, let me just ask your feelings about the events yesterday before we go deep into discussion. I know you have a lot to say on the events that happened yesterday, and of course the build up to the events. You have a right to let us get a feel of your thoughts this morning, but the events, generally, because as you listen to what Omoyele Sowore had to say, they did allege that live bullets were used to disperse protesters. And of course, he said in 2025, it's strange to him that tear gas will be used on protesters to muffle, not just muffle them, but to stop them telling the world how they feel. But you're on the spotlight this morning, your reaction to events yesterday.
Well, for us that have been watching, we know there is a court order restraining Sowore and others from protesting. And I think the security agencies swung into action by blocking major entrance and exit points into the city center. You see, even in America, where we borrowed their type of democracy, no reasonable government would want a peace derailed. We knew when Trump ordered that illegal migrants should be flushed out the immigration authorities in America, and ICE used force. So for anyone to be saying in 2025, it is learned from civilized countries like America, and thank God someone like Omoriole Sowore is an American citizen. You see, what peace fails to achieve, the possibility of violence achieving is zero. There are some opportunist activists that have taken over activism in Nigeria, and we must be really, really, really careful. We are facing insurgency, armed banditry, kidnap-related cases. We knew at a time when if goods and services are conveyed to the southeastern part of the country, you had what they call unknown gunmen who killed innocent people. You see the likes of Sam Ekpa that is currently in Finnish jail, as well as Nnamidi Kanu that is in Nigerian detention, with due respect to some of my friends. They incited. And when you shoot directly and you incite, they are the same thing. Let's go to the genocide in Rwanda. What triggered it? Incitement through radio stations, newspaper publication, and host of others. It was not initial shooting at people on the street. It was through radio programs, paper publications, that the genocide in 1994 in Rwanda occurred. So, and with what Nigeria is facing now, no reasonable government will want that. Even while under democratic terrain, we give room for freedom of speech, protest, and what have you. But if there are intelligence reports that such protests could affect the peaceful coexistence and unity as well as peace of the country, then the security agencies can do otherwise. Then Nnamidi Kanu's trial is in court. Then even the protests, they were restrained. If we are respectful of the law, we ought to have obeyed it. They are not activists than us. You see, some of the things some of us also did. At least somebody that is 50 years old, you cannot call him a child. We also have been making our contributions. But what we have and what is our pride today is Nigeria as a united entity. They are saying people should be allowed to go to do this. How many senators from Southeast are supporting this cause for secession? How many House of Rep members? How many local government chairmen? How many spare part dealers in major Lagos markets? Even in Area, Aba, Onitsha, Nnewi, and a host of others. How many automobile dealers from Southeast? You see, it has become an agitation by some few miscreants, and it must not be allowed to continue. Nigeria has come to stay. If you go to Kano now, you go to Southern, the enormous land, there are many Igbo people there who wouldn't like secession because they are controlling billions of parts they sell to Kano market. So also if you go to Mina, Niger, the Igbo people dealing in their spare part, they wouldn't want that. You go to Alaba International Market in Lagos, they wouldn't want that. There are a lot of extinct Igbo people that wouldn't, even the Ohanes and Igbo, they kicked against it. How many governors are supporting it? There are some illiterates, there are some low-level people who are deceived. So I feel at this point in time, we do not need this kind of violent protest. What we need is we can resort to dialogue. What happens to peaceful gathering, where we all be in one place? When we bring back our girls campaign was carried out by other people at this Abalam, host of others. It was carried out in one place, Unity Fountain, and gathered momentum. So protests and gatherings at this time, because some bandits and insurgents could take opportunity of that. At the time they are marching, they will disguise. And you know, a mind that is not that polished hardly understands. So we are not talking out of sentiment. It is no matter of northern, it is no matter of southwestern, it is no matter of south-southern, it is no matter of southeastern, it is no matter of north centralist or northwestern or this and that. It is matter of Nigeria. Today our Amala is sweet, our Tuish Shinkafa is free, as well as our Akpu. They should ask Somalians. They will love quarter of our peace. They should ask other failed countries like Burundi, Angola, Afghanistan, and most of others. So we wouldn't want that. Sometimes when security agencies are taking charge, we should not blame them. We also have brothers and sisters. But I, for one, and I believe many other right-thinking Nigerians wouldn't want our peace to be derailed. The ones we are facing now, like I mentioned to you, insecurity are enough. So we shouldn't bring up another crop of violence. When we did the Onga protest, we knew what happened in Eagle Square. A lot of people inhaled tear gas and also other things. So we shouldn't allow violence at this point in time.
All right, we've started our discussion this morning. I want you to know that the phone lines are open. We're opening the phone lines right about now because I've had a couple of calls come in, so it's necessary for us to open the phone lines so Nigerians can call in and be part of the conversation. We want to talk about the events yesterday that happened at the Free Nnamidi Kanu rally. We saw the visuals. We brought you some right here this morning, and we want your take. This is your show. Please bring in the calls. I think we have a caller now. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning.
What's your name, please, and where are you calling from? What's your name?
Square.
Okay, go ahead.
I just have a short contribution to make. So what the professor said, I just picked out, he talked about violent demonstration and all that.
Please, can you put the phone close to your mouth so we can hear you properly?
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, and just simply, I think there are two things we need to get right in all of this. The first thing is the way we go about whenever we talk about people having this peaceful protest, as we put it. We always have this tendency of jumping into this idea that the protest is going to be violent. We keep citing examples of violent experiences. I think we should go beyond that. Let's have a way of organizing protest. We don't have to always run about making people feel that whatever it is they are doing is wrong because somebody wants to protest. We should have a way of organizing it. You don't run to court because you want to stop people from protesting. We know all that. He's talking about the court order. The court order at the end of the day that becomes invalid because it negates the provision of the Constitution. I think we need to be balanced in things like this. When we talk about protest, it ought to be well organized. The government should be doing it. We don't use it to blackmail others. I'm talking about the reason for having Kanu behind bars. We need to be balanced as well. We really have a country that is united. Let's not deceive ourselves. As much as I am for one Nigeria, we don't seem to walk in that direction. You go on social media, the country is even divided. Discussions you have on either ethnic or religious line, and it gets worse than it is. With the way the politicians, make things look like, they are dividing the people all for selfish reasons. So looking at it, yes, somebody is agitating. He may be justified because from his point that making it look not justified. Let the person speak. We don't have to descend to the position where it's us against them.
Thank you so much. We don't have to get to a position where it is us against them. The caller has said that not all protests should be seen as getting out of hand. Nigerians should be given the opportunity to protest if they have to. It is allowed even in the Constitution. But proper plans should be made when people come out to say they want to protest, because not all will end in violence. That's what he has said today. And he said something that the country is not as united as we all pretend it to be. He also referred to the social media, saying that when you get there, it's a proof that there is something wrong with the Nigerian balance. Let us take another call before I go back to my guest. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, yes.
What's your name, please, and where are you calling from?
What I want to say.
What's your name?
Is this. I'm Sunday David, calling from Cross River State.
Whoa, okay, Sunday, thanks for calling. I can hear the cock crowing in the background. Thank you so much for calling in. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I want to say, I always speak with the Igbos that are my close friends. What I tell them is that what you need is not the separation of this country. That is not what you need. If you look at South Sudan, for 50 years, Sudan, they fought for 50 years. And after the separation, they say it's Christian area, Christians should go their way, Muslims should go their way. Go and see those that are Christians, they are fighting now. It's not for God's intervention. If you look at the situation on the South introduction, I was very happy. A lot of governors from those particular zones were stealing, and even when they were taken to court, their people were praising them for stealing money. These are money meant for the people. The situation there is okay. They will not be agitating. Okay, look at the situation, my sister. Look at the situation very well. How many of the governors, how many of the elites are at the forefront of agitation? If you
Okay, we lost that call. Make sure the calls keep coming in. So, Salihu, over to you. I want your reaction on some of the things that have been said by our callers this morning. But first, let us go back to the first caller who says, you know what, the Nigerian situation is now balanced. When we talk about unity of the nation, there is this feel that we're still divided by a lot of things, ethnicity, religion, and so much more. I want you to react to this, of the fact that he also said that not all protests should be seen as getting out of control. The federal government should put things into place to ensure that it doesn't get out of control. There is no need for tear gas, live bullets, or rubber bullets, or whatever you. People came out yesterday. We didn't see anyone. I didn't see anyone carry cutlass. Otherwise, fine. You did argue that miscreants can actually grab, what was intended to be peaceful. The reason why the federal government should be on ground to ensure that they don't run to the courts to stop protests, but find a way around them. Your reaction?
You see, when we are enjoying businesses or occupying political offices, we don't think about disunity. The people doing business at Tinkan Island don't know Igbo, don't know Christian, don't know Muslim, don't know Hausa, don't know Fulani, don't know Yoruba. As well, in universities where our children go to school, they don't talk about disunity. When you go to churches, you are not talking about Hausa Christian, you are not talking about Yoruba Christian, you are not talking about Fulani Christian, all you are talking about is Jesus Christ you are worshiping. When we go to pray in the mosques, we are not talking about Yoruba Muslim, Igbo Muslim, or Hausa Muslim. So for somebody to say we are not united, it is these politicians that have brought us this problem. Prior to 1999, it was not like this. Even the military era, we are much more what it was when they came, they wanted to do divide and rule. I want to assure that we are still united. Even boyfriend and girlfriends, there is unity. When a Mohammed is going on the street, he see a beautiful chica or ngozi, he does not consider a religion or tribe. He goes for the attraction. So are you saying there is no unity there? Or when Ezekiel is going for offset, he doesn't look at a religion or tribe. Are we saying there is no unity? You see, let's stop deceiving ourselves. Then even amongst the elites, how many of them have you seen when they are dividing oil blocks, giving out contracts, talking about religion and what have you? There are some few frustrated Nigerians who wants to bring us backward, and we cannot in any way mortgage our unity. Then coming back to issue of violence, we knew what happened in 2020. We knew what happened in Lekki, in some part of Lagos, BRT, bus yard, and what have you. It became violent across in Kano. So the issues are, there are certain protests. You see, when somebody is leading protests, the speech matters. You are talking about treasonable, you are going the part of treasonable felony. It incites people following you. So that is where the violence comes from. So I think the proper steps that ought to be taken was what were taken by the security agencies. Because I'm a Nigerian, I'm a civilian like them. They are not more activists than us.
But the live bullets, Shore said live bullets were used. We actually saw the visuals of when protesters were being dispersed from where they started from. They left and Shore took his people somewhere else. But do you think the use of live bullets was right where you have these are Nigerians, these are people.
That is what you call canister. Canister, even in advanced countries, is used when you are saying that the peace can be there. So I don't think it's right on the aspect of saying live bullet. Where is the evidence? The spokesperson of the police, CSP Udeyi, came to give insight on what transferred and also others. And till now, I don't think there is any evidence of, because when you are talking about live bullet, Is the type that can kill. Was anyone killed there? There's a question should be asked. So when you see canisters thrown and what have you, sometimes if you are not knowledgeable in security, you might think it's the live bullet.
I actually watched one of the videos where the protesters were running away and we had gunshots.
Well, you see, a police officer or a DSS officer or other security agents are well trained.
Okay.
And there is this law that gives them the law of patience, perseverance, and what have you. They maintain the ISO because they must go by their rules of engagement.
Okay.
So I don't think any right-thinking police officer or what have you will have looked at somebody and shot. Sometimes you shoot to scare. You get my point? Because when you are
not to harm.
That is it. When you are observing that certain things are getting out of hand, then you do it. Then we ourselves too, we should not abuse our freedom. We have no country than Nigeria.
That's true.
So the issues are, no matter what anyone we feel or say, we should be more patriotic and selfless. Because without Nigeria, we cannot be anywhere. So the party we want to tour now, if we don't take time, one day we don't pray, we might be looking for Gary we can't get, Tuan Shinkapa we cannot get. So when some of us come and talk, nobody, like I tell you, since National Security Advisor to the President came to office, I've not even known how his office looks like. Since the Chief of Defense Staff came, I'm the type that hardly visit government establishments. And my account is free there. I can give, anybody can go and check whether maybe, because sometimes when you are talking for the unity of the country, some people might think maybe he has been. I'm not those type of people. It's not today we started. Somebody that started from 1993 is not also a joke. So the issues are, we have no country than Nigeria. We must build this country. So, and the heroes of our, the labor of our heroes past will not be in vain by the grace of God.
Okay, let's take this call. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, please, and where are you calling from?
I'm Mr. Joe.
From where?
I'm Mr. Joe, calling from Abba.
Whoa. Okay, please, Mr. Joe, go ahead. How is Abba this morning?
Okay. I like what you are discussing. So what I want to contribute is this call for freedom of Nnamidi Kanu.
Please, can you do something for us? Can you walk away from your TV set? Can you walk far away from your TV set?
Okay.
Just walk away from me.
We cannot downplay it.
Okay.
He is proper. I want to ask you again, who is talking there? Has Nnamidi Kanu or any of his followers taken arms against the government? Do you see what Boko Haram and the gunmen and the herdsmen are doing? Killing our soldiers and all those things. And nobody has been brought to book. Nobody has been taken to any court. This one just as the agitation, normal agitation that happens in other countries. You understand? He has not taken any arm against the government. I'm not talking about disunity. Disunity is not, I'm not saying we want to divide. The government should support to dialogue with these people. Say them, why are they agitating? What is the problem? And address the things that are causing all these things. If injustice and all those things are not there, I don't think anybody will want his country to be divided. You are a man that is saying there. He has not, I don't like the way he's talking. Maybe that's why he said maybe somebody is saying that he's getting something from the government. But why can't he face the real matter? Why can't he face the real matter? This guy should be disciplined. I mean, he should be free. And then that wrong follow. That's the normal thing. That's the normal thing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate your call. So there you have it. He too is calling for the release of Nnamidi Kanu because he asked the question if Nnamidi Kanu ever raised any raised arms against the government of Nigeria, the people of Nigeria. Of course, we all know that in recent times, Kanu also has cried out about his health, that he needs medical attention. One of the reasons why he's saying he should be allowed to go, even while the case is still in court. But again, the case against him is one that pertains to the nation, Nigeria. It's a treasonable offense. I just want to ask you to react to, okay, we'll definitely do that. Let's take another call before we give you the chance to react to the first caller. Hello, good morning, Hamza from Mina. Hamza, Okay, we lost that call. Hamza, we're expecting you to call back. So please, react to the call.
The man that is talking there, I don't think he knows the law very well, because I don't do sentiment. Even the Abba is talking about, I can call a lot of friends there that have been my friends for years. When you incite, it gives the intent, or it makes certain followers of yours to commit. What about the activities of a non-government that people will be going to the southeast? Even Gulak was killed in Owerri, former legal advisor of PDP. Will he say it was not the incitement of Sam Ekpa Nnamidi Kanu? When a leader incites, is equal to handling of physical arms. So if he doesn't know what is security, let me give it to him. It is no matter of sentiment, it's reality we're talking about. They engage in incitement, and certain people became unknown gunmen, where certain Mondays in southeastern state, they say, stay at home. Nobody goes to work. That incitement materialized. Military officers were ambushed, as if forgotten, in some southeastern part of the state, including senior officers, ambushed. Many were butchered. What will he say? Are there no family of other people too, including police officers? That incitement of Nnamidi Kanu and Sam Ekpa led to that. So he's talking about Boko Haram. Boko Haram terrorism, to the glory of God, our combatant officers of the armed forces and those of other security agencies have been killing quite a number of them. And for those that were apprehended, some are serving jail time, and some even at the battlefield, they were wasted, even though they will call it extrajudicial killing and also others. So there are certain things in security you might not know, but I want to tell him, if now I go to Kubwa now, I have followers, and I incite, just like Matatini.
Just hold on.
Incitement and physical is almost the same thing. Okay. Because they have that influence. They influence certain people to form unknown government, and they wreaked havoc in entire Southeast, brought the economy down, killed some people, including members of the forces.
Let's take this caller. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. This is Pastor Chifka from Abia State.
From Abia State? Okay, Aro. Okay, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. The issue of tear gas and shooting might not people there in the screen. Please. Somebody that directed them from high authority, the police people did not just call, the security enforcement agents did not just come there to start shooting tear gas or stuff. So somebody might have given them the order. So let's not look at the high authority. They didn't just come out there and start shooting. Are you getting me what I'm saying now? So away from that, Nnamidi Kanu is fighting for freedom. A freedom fighter. Let's look at the law on based on the freedom fighter. This killing is too much. Where is that? We are suffering about killing. Boko Haram there, no. Let government sit up and talk about this peace to be in this country. If they cannot handle the country, let them know what to do. To allow peace to reign, particularly in the areas of Nigeria, in many parts of Nigeria. Let them have the peace. That's what they're talking about. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for calling in. So there you have it. It says Nnamidi Kanu is a freedom fighter. But again, the first caller did say that you talk about agitation, you talk about Kanu being in jail or being held, as it were, for treasonable offense, that it is necessary for the federal government to sit back and call people agitating for cessation to find out why they want to leave. That, it's not enough for them to be barred from speaking their mind or agitating to leave, but it's also necessary that there is a meeting to find out why at this point after the Civil War, in the nation. One would expect that after the Civil War, we will learn from all that happened and ensure that what happened then, there is no repetition in our present generation. But with things going on this way, one begins to wonder the direction or where this will lead. I don't know if you agree with that caller who says that, in the midst of all of this, it's necessary to go back and, create a forum, a fora where, this issue of secession is once again discussed.
The people spearheading the secession are not even people recognized in Southeast. Are you getting my point? So the issues are even before the demise of Odumegu Ojukwu. He said there can never be another Biafra. Don't forget the Aburi Accord, where there was no victor, no vanquished, Gawan and Odumegu Ojukwu. Then again, I want to remind certain people supporting Nnamidi Kanu. Even the movement for New Biafra, MASOP, was started by Raf Uwazurike. Raf Uwazurike himself is not in support of Nnamidi Kanu. So that's what they should know. See, we have historical data on all this. It was not even Nnamidi Kanu that started the new generation fight for actualization of Biafra. There was a particular Raf, Chief Raf Uwazurike of MASOP. MASOP commenced years later before Nnamidi Kanu came to steal part of that idea. Even Raf Uwazurike came to castigate Nnamidi Kanu that his agitation or advocacy is not genuine. So if the architect of Biafran nation, the late Odumegu Ojukwu, could say before his death that there can never be any Biafra after him, what influence? He was a military officer, son of a first generation millionaire. That is Odumegu Ojukwu, a man of timber and caliber, man of intelligent officer, eloquent. You can't compare him with this class of people who are agitating for Biafra. The prominent Igbo person, an intellectual. Okay, look at Ohaneze Ndigbo. Are they saying in the movement of Nnamdi Kanu and Sam Ekpa they are more intelligent than the Ohaneze Ndigbo, where you have their successful architects, engineers, journalists, lawyers, retired military top brass, police top brass, private sector players, and what have you? For example, now the man that manufactures Innocent Motors is a manufacturer. Have you found him in this race? No. The owner of Anamco, Anambra Motor Company, is he in here? The frontline Igbo millionaires, politicians, technocrats, are they there? They are running away. Look at comments that Soludo has been making in the past. A former CBN governor, a former economic advisor to President Olusegun Obasanjo then, are they more better than them? The leading Igbo sons and daughters who are known, are they talking about it? His wife of late Odumegu Ojukwu, Bianca Ono, one time Miss Nigeria, and daughter of Sisi Ono, Anambra State Governor during the Shagari administration. Is she not a Minister of State for Foreign Affairs? Are they better than Bianca?
Let's take this call. I want you to relax. Relax, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
What's your name, please, and where are you calling from?
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, go ahead.
Mecha from Aba.
Okay.
Okay.
Please, can you move away from your TV set? Can you move away from your TV set?
You have to be very careful. Hello.
I can hear you.
This is the bottom of that set.
Please.
Please, I'm coming.
Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter. He's a freedom fighter. And it is in our constitution that when you feel that something is bad, and you have to give your view on that, to tell people that this thing is not good. Our leaders, have they been able to talk about these things and how to correct the anomalies that are going on? These people are being marginalized so much. Forget about what this man is saying over there. You have to say the truth. You have to tell the truth. All these headmen that are killing everywhere, are they not from Alpha? Are they not Fulani? Have you talked about those people? They are destroying communities, people, murdering people, killing people. What of the bandits at the north? What of the Boko Haram? All these people are doing mayhem to the country. And they are coming out openly to negotiate with you people. You don't say anything about that. And you see some people with their gun and everything. And the government are saying them and they're negotiating. They are not even free movement, doing everything. And this man, you are not seeing with even a catapult. Nothing. He has not killed any person. He's just speaking that if people are being marginalized, he wants this thing to be balanced. Because if the government is doing something accordingly, doing everything evenly, how you treat the other person, you treat this other person, no person will ever talk of marginalization.
Okay, thank you so much for calling in. Is the same sentiments talking about the need for dialogue between Nnamidi Kanu and, of course, the agitation for cessation. And the last caller just said, if you can dialogue with the terrorists, why don't you dialogue with Nnamidi Kanu and the IPOB? I want your reaction, please.
Federal government is not dialoguing with anybody. The Chief of Defense Staff came out to say it. NSA came out to say it. So if people are misinformed, they should correct the notion. It is some communities out of disparities, disparity in Zamfara and Katsina. And the governors of those states came to say that we are not in any way involved in negotiation. So what he's saying is shooting out of range. Then beyond that, I want to ask some questions. In representation in the National Assembly, don't the southeastern states have senators there? Is it not the same take-home package they are giving to other senators they are giving to them? They should hold them responsible. What about the House of Rep members? What about their governors? Political appointments. Same way they appointed ministers from other geopolitical. You see, when people don't want to learn, don't want to say the fact, every time we wake up, we say presidency, presidency. Presidency is just name. If governors are not living up to expectation, they have governors closer to them there. They should hold them responsible. Mr. President is for all Nigerians. Only the issue of southeastern Nigeria cannot be his issue. Same way he attend to them, he will attend to other parts. So if they start negotiating with people that incited people to kill people that are going for trading, to kill even top politicians over there, how do you negotiate? Federal government said we are not going to negotiate. So let us understand and keep away sentiment. It is high time they take their advocacy and their grievances to their governors. They give them monthly federal allocation, FAC. When they share these monies, they give to them. Are their governors also working for them? Are their senators executing constituency projects, House of Rep members, State Assembly members, local government chairmen? So every time it should not be issue of presidency or federal government. We have state governors, we have other representatives. Therefore, we should hold people closer to us that we send to certain places responsible also. So we should not misinform people. The fact remains, the activities of Boko Haram and bandits, they are non-state actors. Operation Adinkaye has been carrying out onslaught, you know. Operation Fansanyama has been carrying onslaught. Even at the behave of non-government activities, we had combined forces of special tactical squad of the police, intelligence responsibility of the police, the army and others in Owerri and other suburbs trying to clear them. So anywhere security is breached, the incitement Nnamidi Kanu and Samuel Ekpa was convicted not in Nigeria, in Finland. It's the Finnish law that convicted him. So is he also Nigerian Attorney General or Nigerian courts? No. So they went, and that is where you don't have fear or favor. No favoritism in Finland. So they scrutinized and saw that, yes, he had case to answer. Because I gave you an example of Rwanda. After March, when Kagame took over as president of Rwanda, some of the people that incited were jailed. So if you incite, it's equal to pulling the trigger with AK-47. So people should know.
Okay, let's take another call. Hello, good morning. What's your name, please, and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Chidi for calling from Lagos.
Okay, Chidi, go ahead.
Okay, nice program you have.
Thank you.
Okay, on this whole issue, one is demonstration, protest, assembling innate nature and the constitutional right of every citizen of Nigeria. For this, if they use live ammunition, it was wrong. But Benjamin Hussein has denied it. The protesters said they were lifeless to use. I don't know who to believe. But all the same, the protest was successful. I don't think we have any backup. We are happy for that. the system, the government should allow people to rent. In fact, it is to the benefit of the government and the citizens, the country as a whole, that when you agree, you are allowed to rent and say what is in your mind. Instead of people bottling up, because bottling up grievances, anger, is what is giving rise to all this Nepal, Madagascar, and all these countries that are having, as a point it will reach, it will explode. So if people are allowed to say, okay, you go there, you friends, you say we don't like this is wrong, this is right. It is good for the country. And it is an opportunity for government to actually know that this is the mind of the people that are ruling. Government should see it in that light. It is not a bad thing.
Okay, so thank you so much for calling in on the show this morning. So there you have it. He says government should allow the citizens to vent so they don't explode or implode, as it were. There should be, it's provided in the Constitution that, you know, people can gather to actually say the way they feel. It's nothing that is wrong. Let us take this call before I give you a chance to react. Yes, thanks for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, I am Hamza. She's calling from Mina.
Okay, go ahead, Hamza.
Please, I want to be more particular to the reaction of the police force during that protest. To me, personally, I think it is barbaric. It was just at the commencement of the protest that a severe tear gas and shooting of the live ammunition was made. So just at the beginning. And we are not saying the police should not use means, but should not be so severe to the extent of using live ammunition, even if it is on the air. My thought is the Nigerian police have gone beyond this now. So please, I think the police should please be guided and let people exercise their freedom of expression. They have the right to protest, even though the issue is still in the court. I don't want to make a prejudice of this case. Thank you.
Thank you, Hamza. Thank you so much. Thank you. So there you have it.
Well, what I still have to say is that we should be cautious of certain actions. While it is in democratic norms that we have right of freedom of speech, gathering and what have you, but sometimes regulations also follow it up, because for you to have gathering of certain numbers, you need to write to Commissioner of Police of that state to give you approval. So the issues are we should not, for the freedom of democracy, abuse it, because we heard of attempted coup, rumor. Some feelers were saying it never happened, but Daily Trust published that actually a brigadier general ordered that it was funded by one of the southern governors. So it is this kind of thing that gives room to that, because the moment it is not right in civil arena, then the military guys, some of them are there, they will come up, and we don't pray for that. Coup now across the world is no longer in vogue. No Western country goes into that. So we should not, and you know, most African countries look onto us. So some of these things we do, we don't do it out of sentiment. When it is time to tell government the truth, you know, we do. But in issues of unity, peace, and oneness of the country, I will not compromise, because when this peace is derailed, I can't leave my house coming to Katampe to attend program. As I'm coming here, there is nobody whose thoughts and right I'm defending that is giving me a penny. I'm doing it for God and country. And sometimes we should appreciate ourselves, because death is inevitable. I might be talking here today. I don't know whether the angels, we don't pray. We pray for long life and sound health. If the angel of death is close, there is nothing I can do. So the issues are, let us present the issue fact, whether this man is my brother or not. The country is above anyone. And you cannot jeopardize national security, because that is paramount. So for whatsoever action security agencies take, sometimes it is for national interest, and sometimes it is better for us, because sometimes we ourselves as civil populace, we are also lawless.
Okay, let us take this call. Probably our last call. Hello, good morning, and what's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, I say something, David, from Cross River. What I will say again is that the federal government should use PFCC and ICPC to hold the politicians of those zones, so that they can utilize the money meant for the people very well. If not so, the agitation will continue. There are people that are neglected by this politician, by this elite. They sit down and hog the money around themselves and do whatever they want to neglect the people. No project, no nothing is going on. Tell the government to use EFCC and ITPC, hold the governors, they are responsible. Hold the senators, House of Reps, local government chairman, so that they can put things right. That's just what I want to say.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. There's someone calling from Rivers. Please, if you call in again, I've missed your call repeatedly. I will definitely give you an opportunity to have your say. Let us take this call from Lekki, Lagos. Okay, go ahead. Chidi from Lekki.
Yeah, Chidi from Lekki. Okay, so the big one. One is agitation is a symptom. That likewise, headache is a symptom. There is an inlying sickness underneath of the body. So we should stop treating agitation as a sickness, as a symptom, but like as a sickness. How do I mean? Government should sit down and ask what is giving rise to agitation. If we can diagnose that problem, agitations will definitely die down. When there is unfairness, marginalization and injustice in the system, whether you like it or not, people will agitate. Let's not deceive ourselves. Lastly, I want to ask your guest, why is it when there is if there's a pro-government protest, police doesn't come to shoot them tear gas and live ammunition, they allow them. But when there is an anti-government protest, the police will come out to show force.
Okay, so that's the question. That's the last call.
Even in America, you often see the president say it is either where you are with us or against us. So if a superpower country like America will say that, what more of a third world country like Nigeria? Yeah. So if you are for, you are doing it for the progress and development of the country. If you are against, there is that possibility violence will erupt.
Okay, please, let me take this call. We've been calling since from S.O. Dudu from Cross River.
Nigeria with KAFTAN television.
Please go ahead.
Good evening to you.
Good morning.
Good evening to you, Mr. Salihu DANTATA.
Good morning. You're not in the country, obviously.
Please, it's because of the acknowledgement, I say let me call again.
Okay.
The topic is apt. You see, sincerely speaking, there is no government in the world that will fold his arm to see protests like this, because if you see what is happening in the sub-Saharan Africa now, protest is synonymous or it's linked. There's a nexus between protest and change of government. So government must be very careful in that regard. So we appreciate the government in that regard, and even the protesters. But subsequently, what we expect the government to do, government should try to provide security for protesters. It is very, very important. But be that as it is high time concerning this issue of Nnamidi Kanu that the government continue to fold its hand. It is very important. Why? We expect the government to come up with a political legal solution to this problem now. What am I trying to say? The point I'm trying to establish is this. The government should come out clearly and give a directive to the judiciary, the court that's handling this case. Between, at least, let's say, in the next 2 months or 50 days, they should be able to expedite action and decide on this case. Okay,
that's all we can take on that call as we round up on the show, but I will not go without you doing what we usually do as we round up. We have just a few minutes to go. Let us conclude before in Hausa you speak to our people. How do we conclude all of this? What message do you have for Nigerians and of course the federal government in a few words?
To al'umman Arewa ba abin da ya kai zaman lahiya mu daina rigingimu, saboda mai idan babu Najeriya babu mu, don haka mu hada hannu mu rike juna, babu Krista babu Musulmi, mu Allah ya yi mu cikin Najeriya dukkan mu da sauran yaruka. Zaman lahiya shi ke kawo a samu ilimantarwa, asibitoci, hanyoyi, wutar lantarki, ayyuka ma matasa, cinikayya da sauransu. Ya Allah, duk abubuwan da su Ahmadu Bello sun ka bari, su Tafawa Balewa, su Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Azikiwe, su Esther Akintola da su Awolowo kada ya lallace a Najeriya. Zamanto zamantakan lahiya shine za mu haɗa hannu mu zamanto mun sa Najeriya ta kai inda ya kamata ta kai.
Thank you so much. Yes, indeed, Nigeria is what we call home, and peace must reign. We've had a lot of people calling on the show to let us understand how they feel, what they feel about the situation, not just for the rally, but of course what is happening in the southeastern part of the nation. What I got in too, like I want to point out the fact that the federal government needs to meet to find out why this agitation continues and find a solution to it. Again, hold those who have the responsibility, especially in terms of wealth, to actually benefit the people from these particular areas to do the needful, so we don't have such agitation and cries and hues that will lead to unrest in the nation. This is what we're calling for. Nigeria is a great nation, the place where two rivers meet. Don't laugh when I keep saying it. It is something that I believe, and you know, when you believe so strongly about something, you keep saying it until you have people follow you to actually see the vision. This is the greatest nation on earth. I believe that. I've said it. Anyone who knows me knows that my language has not changed. My vision for the nation has not changed. Nigeria is great, filled with great people. We are the great anywhere we go. Please move with that mindset. You have to be patriotic to this nation. This is where we call home. Unity is what we cry for. Like after or during the Civil War, to keep Nigeria one is a task that must be done. And now we are saying it all over again. If you carry Nigeria in your heart, yes indeed, you will see it through your eyes. And peace and unity will be what we all will reap. My name is ANIRE BINITIE. I appreciate you for watching the show. And of course, to our callers who call from all the parts all over Nigeria today. We appreciate you. And yes, my guest, DANTATA, who always has my back when I call him.
Thank you.
I appreciate you for coming
Thank you very
on the
much.
show. I wish you all the best. I appreciate your passion for Nigeria as a great Nigerian.
Thank you.
That's the show, people. Keep your head up, stay positive, and bye for now.